Good morning, everyone. It's still morning, right? We haven't had lunch, have we? She says we haven't had lunch, but it is afternoon. Oh, it'd help if I release the brakes. At a fuel station here in Hope, the Esso. We don't have Chevron cards.
Turn left on Flood Hope Road, then turn left.
Made it to Bridal Falls yesterday, slept in Bridal Falls. That's a big pothole. Not that much traffic here, yet I'm stuck here. Oh, there comes another car around the corner. Too late, I'm already moving. I come around that corner pretty quick. How's everyone doing? We are currently westbound on Flood Hope Road. We're going to change that to eastbound on Highway 1. Ooh, look at that waterfall. One of those huge waterfalls, thousands of feet tall. Just a small little stream, but it falls a long way. It is beautiful. Yes, I know. Someone's gonna say I started in whatever gear I started in. I didn't look. It's automatic. In fact, you know what? In school, driving school, we were driving manual transmissions and they taught us not to start in low gear. We always started in first gear unless we had something super heavy and going uphill. Then we would start in a lower gear.
Continue on Highway 1.
Sirens. So concentrating on the people behind me, I didn't see the fire truck coming from the front. And in school we were also taught how to skip gears on a manual transmission. But either way, our maintenance team says we save a bundle of money if we just let the automatic do its thing. So that's what we do. I know you guys say it's really rough on the drive terrain. All the differentials and gears and all that stuff, but I do what I'm told. Just drive it. So we unloaded at about 8 a.m. in Richmond. Get cruise control going here. And then we loaded at Expo Crete, more like half an hour down the road. So we have a load of concrete blocks going to Nelson. And we're going to deliver today. We're pretty much dead on time right now. If we lose another minute, we probably won't deliver today. We won't deliver today, but can we make it to the customer today? They've got a parking spot there that we can park and sleep at. So there's a good chance I can make it there. but there's a good chance I won't make it either. So we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. So we got to do the Hope Slide climb today. All right, car, what speed are you going? Highway 1 turns off here. Now we're officially on Highway 3. Highway 5 starts exactly where we turn off. It's funny that the highway is the highway that turns off. We were currently on Highway 1 and Highway 1 exits over there. The main highway that we're on keeps changing numbers. So now we're on Highway 3. What's that?
See if we find the rain.
We'll see if we find rain. It's been a light drizzle today morning, but not too bad. Not too bad. I didn't have to do any work in the rain, so let's wash some of our bugs off yesterday. We had some good rain. Good solid rain in the Caramunis area. It's kind of fun. Yes, red car. There you go again. New fire. New fire at OK Falls. On the Indian band land. McIntyre Bluff. Okay. McIntyre Bluff. Indian Head. Yes. You gotta speak up louder. Fan's too loud. What? Nothing? I'm sure that was not family friendly, I think. I think that's what that was. I don't know, she speaks really quiet as it is, and then as soon as I hit record, she whispers. If I could program you to be a little louder when we have a video going. Yesterday in Grand Forks we hit 37 degrees Celsius. It was hot. It was really hot. So hot that I had to turn the AC off to prevent overheating. But when it's that hot, I think every single truck, unless it's like brand spanking new, will have issues. Jess says that's 99 Fahrenheit. Crawling up this. Come on. Dig, dig. 2 Mile Creek. Looks pretty bone dry. I'm just going to let the automatic do its thing. I don't think there's any shifting I have to do on this section of highway to get it into a lower gear. Some slight downhills here, but I think I just control that by light brakes.
77 on the right to Highway 3 East.
We are on Highway 3 East. Garmin, we are on Highway 3 East. But like I said, we have to exit anyway. We have to exit. This is where Coquihalla starts. Hey, there's an oven in the ditch. I don't know if it was brand new or not, but someone lost their oven. Load secure, people. Load secure. Ceiling fan yesterday, yeah. Load secure. The stuff is not just going to sit there. Especially driving 100, well, it's 110 here, 110 kilometers an hour. Aerodynamics is going to suck stuff right off the back of your vehicle or trailer. I think that was filled with pigs. It says cattle drive on it, but I think I saw pigs on the bottom. Not a lot of pigs, just some pigs on the bottom. Might be a backhaul. To me, it looked like a backhaul. They probably took cattle from Alberta down to Seattle, came to Vancouver, picked up a few pigs, and delivering those to Alberta somewhere. That would be my guess. Not a full load, but at least they're hauling a little bit to pay for their fuel. This is a weird lane setup here they have. It would be very helpful if they had that lane start a little bit earlier before we turned off. That way you could have 2 lanes of traffic turning off at the same time. I think that would be a lot more thoughtful way of making these lanes work. And then here we merge over again. So it doesn't make a lot of sense the way it's set up right now. But yeah, the Coquihalla split off over there, went to the left. We're going to the right.
Continue on Highway 3.
I gotta say, I'm sorry guys, if you guys are a Kenworth fan. My dispatch promises that as long as he's alive, he will never give me a Kenworth. He goes, he wouldn't punish me like that. Apparently, every single one of our Kenworth is having just incredible amount of breakdowns the last couple of weeks. Just, it seems like all our Kenworths have been parked on the side of the road the last 2 weeks. So, yeah, it might have nothing to do with Kenworth, and it might have everything to do with our dealership, the people that do the maintenance for those Kenworth trucks. So, I don't know. If I get a Kenworth, I'll still smile and drive the Kenworth. If I'm broken down more often, I'm broken down more often.
I think some people went on summer break mentally.
My dispatch says I'm one of the few drivers that doesn't break down very often. And I'm like, is that so? I thought I break down a whole heck of a lot. If I'm not breaking down often, I'm like, I don't want to be those other guys breaking down all the time. But I do my full pre-trips. I take care of my equipment. I know the equipment I'm running. For example, I know my brand new trailers have a little rub. it's quite irritating. It's this rub on the inside. The brake covers on the inside underneath the trailers are slightly rubbing the brake drum. I think that'll go away here very soon. Just the edges are just barely rubbing. I think as the brake drums rub against it, they're going to rub away just barely enough to stop that rub, and then we'll be good. I don't know if they're adjustable or not. It's kind of squeaky. It's not really a squeaky sound. It's like a grinding sound. Looks like the grader's going to be cleaning up the shoulders. Here we go, the bottom of the big climb. Here starts the heavy duty work. Let's keep an eye on the temperature gauge. I have the AC on, just slightly on, just kind of adding to the vent a bit, but so shouldn't have an issue, but definitely keep an eye on it. It's plus 18, plus 17 outside, so yeah, there should be no issue. I would be surprised if we had a heating issue. You want something on YouTube record? Just saw a moose yesterday, acting like a dog. It's in this big pond, like, how deep in the pond was he? Almost up to his shoulders, like he was in the water, like he wasn't swimming, he was standing in the water, shaking himself off in the pond. It was just a little lake, a little swampy lake. He's taking a nice bath, shaking himself off like a dog would coming out of the water. I missed it, but Jess saw it. I think that'd be a good picture. So we're climbing in 9th gear, automatic. So that would be 4th gear direct in a manual transmission. Louder howling coming on, that's the fan kicking on, the rad fan, which is on right now. And that black spot we just went over, we see a lot of those on climbs. It's vehicles overheating and starting on fire. Start seeing signs of the Hope Slide here pretty soon. All the rocks that slid down the mountain. I don't know how many years ago that was, but well, apparently we've decided to shift to 10th, which would be 4th over. I mean, this load of bricks is a little lighter than it could have been. I don't know my gauges well yet, but I'm starting to get an idea. So I thought it would be a little bit on the lighter side. It's like we might be able to take one more pallet, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So as I get more numbers closer and closer to our max weight, I'll know exactly where our max PSI is. I guess the rock slide's still far away. I was speaking a little too early. When you're climbing a big hill, life slows right down. Dump truck and trailer parked on the side, and a car doing what? The lights are on the car, so as long as they don't cut in front of me. There's actually a nice little creek here if you go for a walk. You're signaling, you're moving, don't do it. 11th gear. We're gonna go 11th gear. I don't see that working out. That's 5th direct. I think we're gonna shift down all of a sudden and be all the way down to 9th because of that silly shift. What's so funny?
You might want to clarify a word here and there.
What? Get your mind out of the gutter.
No, there was something in there.
Okay.
This is a shifting. Could have said another word.
I said shift. What else could it be? That doesn't sound like any other word. Jess thinks I'm swearing. Oh, it actually went to 10th. I expected it to shift to 9th right away. We'll see if it stays in 10th or not. Temperature's staying good. We're at 215 Fahrenheit. Comes a purple Volvo. Probably empty grain trailers. Load King grain trailers, prestige. Actually kind of nice, I like that blue. There you can start seeing the rock slide of Hope with fog clouds up here. Looks really pretty, but you won't really get to see the slide. Last week an RV decided to open all their pullouts and sleep in the brake check. I don't think they had a good night. Why would you sleep in a brake check? Especially a Hope Slide brake check. Just drive up the hill, there's this big, huge empty parking area without having big rigs coming in full speed, Jake brakes on hard, and then leaving full power. The noise, and they parked in the middle of the brake check, so they would have had big rigs on both sides of the RV all night long. Because this is a main route for running chips, and they run day and night. Those chip trucks run day and night, so I don't think they slept well. So if you're running in an RV, do yourself a favor. If it says brake check, every single truck on the highway is going to stop there. It's a legal obligation for us to stop there. We have to stop. It is mandatory. Made it to the top of the slide. We'll keep going a little longer before I end the video. It's so pretty after the slide area here. Such a long, slow, painful climb. See? Hope Slide viewpoint. Drive up there. There's a rest area there. Great place to sleep. I think I should be able to just hit resume cruise control. Hopefully we don't speed. A bit too fast. 102. Oh, I don't have Jake brakes on. There we go. Or engine brake. Let's turn those on. That'll slow me down a bit. Guess I've had no need for them. Excuse me. Nice swampy area here. People say the Hope Slide changed the way the swamp system works up here, so yeah, I guess if you block a waterway, the river now has to flow under the slide. Stop of interest ahead. I've never stopped on this side. What is interesting on this side? Sunshine Valley. chilly in here. Let's turn that AC all the way off. Plus 14 up here. Compared to yesterday, 14 Celsius today and 37 yesterday. Yeah, it's a pretty dramatic change. There was a bit of a lightning storm yesterday evening, so when you have that kind of hot day, you kind of expect some lightning. All right, we are now entering Manning Park. It's starting to rain a bit harder. There's a sign. I'll slow down for this corner a little bit. Merge together. Absolutely beautiful up here. Always drive this, or always love this part of the drive. Little road on the left here, Engineers Road. That's the little road they built prior building the actual highway. Basically, they built a little road through here so they could survey the whole thing and decide exactly which route to come through here. You're passing? Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. That... Wow. Wow. It was way out there, but that could have turned out very bad. Now U-Haul isn't even that slow. It's pretty much doing speed limit. Comes the next climb. At least there's a passing lane for the climbing area, or else I'd have very impatient people behind me. Flats? Rohedinron? Something like that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
You're saying I'm probably wrong.
I'm just saying it completely wrong.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it? I can't teach you right now. Okay. Rest assured, I am wrong. She's good at telling me that. You're doing your job successfully.
You're wrong about that.
She says I'm wrong about that. Of course I am. Of course I am. She's never wrong. Snass Creek. Creek's giving us some snass. Here there's like a rock cut on the side of a cliff. I always find it interesting that the engineers decided this was the best way through here. It's like, let's build the road right on the middle of a cliff, halfway up. So it's straight down on the right side, straight up on the left side. And no, there's not even barriers all the way. You get this wrong in the winter, you're going down, you're not surviving that. Hitting the ditch here is not survivable. Looks like the clouds are getting a little brighter there. Made it to this beautiful section. We're going to keep climbing for a while yet, but I think we're through them. Well, you know what's all beautiful, but we're through some of the spectacular viewpoints. I always enjoy this section. So thank you guys for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you guys want to see more. And leave me lots of comments. Even if you don't agree with me driving the My Automatic the way I am, let me know. We'll see you guys tomorrow.